Congratulations, you have found sobriety, wealth, success. My name is Dennis, and I am here to assist you on your journey in recovery. Is desire an obstacle for you? Do you desire certain things in your life so badly that you're obsessed with them, that you crave them, that you can't stop thinking about them? Desire is actually a stumbling block to a lot of people achieving their goals. Desire literally translates into I don't have. So when you're focusing on something and you're desiring it to the point where you're obsessed with it, or you're craving it, or you can't stop thinking about it, you're really focused on what you don't have. And like all things in life, we get more of what we focus on. So if we're focused on what we don't have, we're going to get more of not having it. This is a very interesting concept. I read it in the book Letting Go by the great David Hawkins. I highly recommend that book, especially if you're in recovery, because it's the contents and the topics are just extraordinarily useful, especially the technique of letting go for anyone who's in recovery. But for instance, for me, I struggled with pornography for over 12 years. Today is day 424 of sobriety for me. And part of going to pornography is desiring a partner. I mean, specifically like a sexual partner. Desiring a woman to be a partner, to have a successful sexual relationship with. And that's why it was so easy to go to porn, because porn seemed to fill that void. I desired it to the point where I was blocking myself from ever receiving it because I was obsessed with it. So it was easy to go to porn because I could seemingly get instant gratification. I could achieve that satisfaction that I was looking for, and I could achieve it instantly, but it was false. And this is the same with all addictions. It's like if you're going to get that first drink of alcohol because you want to feel a certain way, you'll get instant gratification. Like you'll feel it, but it's not real. It's false. And as soon as that is over, you're going to have to go back down to the bottom of the scale of consciousness, right? Because when we get high, we feel like we've ascended the scale of consciousness, right? We feel like we think we're feeling joy or bliss, but it's not real. It's a false sense of that. And we have to, when it's over, and I know this from experience, because every time after I used, I would have to crash back down to the bottom of the scale of consciousness and feel shame and guilt because it was false. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. I had faked it, but once again, this is the law of the universe, the law of sowing and reaping. I was trying to reap where I hadn't sown. I hadn't sown the seeds to be successful in a relationship. I was trying to reap the benefits of it, but I hadn't sown the seeds to achieve that. There's a punishment for this. There's a consequence. And that consequence was crashing back down to shame, which is 20 cycles a second. Guilt and shame. And it's like that with any addiction. It's like that with alcohol. You just want to have that first sip of that first drink, and it gives you that false sense of joy, like you've done it. You've gotten that. You've achieved the feeling that you desired so much. But it's false. It's not real joy. It's a fake sense of it. And you're going to have to crash back down to the bottom eventually. The high can only last for so long before you have to come back down to real life. There is a penalty. There is a consequence. And this stuff ultimately keeps us small. Desire is an obstacle. Rather than desiring something, it's essential to let go of that desire. Literally write it down on a piece of paper. Let go of it. You got to be okay with whatever comes into your life. It's okay if it happens. It's okay if it doesn't. Let go of it. Breathe. Take in a wonderful deep breath. Breathe. You're alive. Let go of that desire. It's okay if it happens. It's okay if it doesn't. You turn it over to the universe. Surrender. Not from a place of weakness, but from a place of strength. Surrender on that desire. You're strong. You don't require that to survive. You're okay the way you are. You can accept who you are in the situation you're in. Breathe. Release it to the universe. Let go. You don't require it. Instead of desiring it, you can choose it. And these goals can be brought into your life almost effortlessly by choosing them. So it's by the power of your word, and then by the power of your inner decision, and the power of your choice. And this will require action on your part, but you're not obsessed with it anymore. You're okay if it happens, and you're okay if it doesn't. You are not attached to an outcome. By being okay with the outcome, but you're okay if it happens, you're okay if it doesn't, you're not attached to it, you can have these things come into your life almost effortlessly. And if you require more evidence of this, read Letting Go by David Hawkins, the chapter on desire. Have you considered how liberated you will feel when you can get some distance from your addiction? Are you committed to enhancing the quality of your life? If so, I want you to email me with your name, phone number, and the best time to call you. I offer free consultations, and I can assist you to discover the cause that creates the effect that you are living in. Every addiction is an effect. There is a cause. In order to release the effect that we're living in, it's essential to discover the cause and then let go of it. Until we realize the cause that creates the effect, we will continue to perpetuate a similar set of circumstances to satisfy a familiar feeling. This is how human beings are wired. I can assist you to discover what that cause is and to release it, to let go, so that you can live the life of abundance that you deserve and you are seeking. Like, subscribe, share. Dennis out.